We needed a low amperage light bar to put on a Polaris Ranger since the alternator does not put out many amps. We went with the 50 inches one since it fits nicely on the roll bar/roof. We have not had any problems with it. I wish all light bars came with a 10-wire or had terminals to connect your own wire to the light. So a little before and after. The before one is a 12 inches spotlight, pretty much, close to 85 watts. It did the job certain times when my HIDs would just go off on their own from a short circuit, but fixed now. The 12 inches is from a shop out here in Los Angeles. I got the 24 inches curved with a stream and spotlight and is extremely bright and lights up a lot also. It's very nice and built nice. I washed my van and seems like it haven't gotten any water inside the light. We'll update later on. So far good. I was hesitant at first to purchase this product due to the complaints of water leaking into the housing. When I received this light bar, the first thing I did was run a bead of silicone around the edge of the housing. I live in Montana and Seattle part-time, so my truck experiences heavy rain in the city and freezing cold and heavy snow in Montana. I've had this light bar for 3 to 4 years and I've had no water leak in and not a single bulb burn out. If you don't want to break the bank on a rigid light bar, I'd recommend the Nilight. Purchase this light for my ATV. Before you buy this, you must understand that this is a Chinese product. This is not some rigid industries light that will withstand getting run over by a car, or submerged 10,000 leagues under the sea for half an hour. But that's okay, because in the real world, you are very unlikely to really stress the durability of this light. Being on an ATV, this thing sees some serious abuse. It's been through mud, heavy rain, and plenty of snow. It has performed flawlessly through temperatures as low as -10 F and high as 90 F. I used my quad for plowing in the winter, most of which was done very late at night or very early in the morning, and it never let me down. With that said, there are some issues. Nothing major, but I thought I would point them out. First off, the mounting hardware. For some reason, the bolts on these always seem to come loose, but a little thread locker can solve that. The bolts that come with it are not long enough to go through anything thicker than 25 inches, so I had to buy some. The bolts that mount the bar to the brackets were of inconsistent length, so I had to stack some washers on one of them. The grooves on it, while trying to make sure it doesn't shift, make it a pain to aim vertically. I would rather see some friction plate of some kind. One last thing to note, this bar is not 120 watts. I measured a 5.6A current draw on a regulated 12 volts power supply. That brings this bar right in at about 67.2 watts, not 120 watts. However, with the kind of light this thing throws out there, I am not disappointed with this.